Well, today marks the 77th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp. Nearly 6 million European Jews were killed by the Nazis and their collaborators during the Holocaust.
And International Holocaust Remembrance Day serves as a reminder of that tragedy that happened during World War II. Joining us now is President of Caucus for America and author of Pushback, Rabbi Spero. Rabbi, your thoughts on this day, sir?
I think people have to remember that the main point of the Holocaust, more than how many people were killed, it was the first and only time in history that an entire government decided that they would liquidate a specific people, a specific nation or race, whatever you want to call it. And in that case, it was the German Nazis deciding to kill all of the Jewish people, even those that were not in Germany, but those that were in Europe, those that were scattered, dispersed all across the world. That never happened before. There were wars between nations, and one nation wanted to destroy the other nation. But here, Hitler went after Jews that were not in Germany. They weren't even in his purview. This never happened before. That's what makes it a Holocaust. We've had situations where many peoples have died and where there were wars, but this was specific to liquidate an entire people, and it would have happened even without World War II. It was done under the cover of World War II, but Hitler's intent was to destroy an entire people across the world. And today, we have the same elements. For example, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, they want to destroy the Jewish people. And you have certain groups, militant groups in the woke movements here in America, on campuses, that want to destroy Israel. And Israel is the Jewish nation. So International Holocaust Remembrance Day is that we cannot allow the liquidation or plans to liquidate Jews or their country, Israel.
Now, I want to get your reaction to this because you mentioned schools. There's a school board in Tennessee, McMinn County, that just voted to ban this Pulitzer Prize-winning novel about the Holocaust. The vote was 10-0. What is the danger of this? And do you think that this is an attempt to try to erase the history that, as you lay out, is so important to not forget because it's still potentially happening?
Part of what they did to eradicate Jews was to first demonize them. And things that were written by Einstein that had nothing to do with anything particularly Jewish, physics, was banned and censored and burned. Those books were burned if it was written by a Jew. Now, sometimes local communities, they do certain things for whatever reason on the right or on the political left. But what happened in the Holocaust, in order to erase the identity, the presence of Jews, they even banned books that had nothing to do with Judaism if the author was Jewish.
Yes, and thank you for joining us on this Remembrance Day. We appreciate you reminding everyone, and that we'll never forget, Rabbi Spero. Thank you so much, sir.
For doing this.